Okay, so because I was just going to say because we were doing numbers.
Okay.
We were counting.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 12.
Yeah.
It made me remember that Snuffleupagus from the Street of Sesame.
Yeah.
Or Sesame Street, as some people would say.
Yeah.
I think it's Portuguese. Is
Yeah.
that? You're Portuguese. You might know.
Yeah, what?
It's Sesame Street, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. But so anyway.
You say it different, though.
Oh, Sesame. Actually. Why are you Italian? I don't know. Portugal is the Italy of Spain, right?
Portugal is the Italy. It's the boot of Italy of Spain.
It's the boot of Italy of Spain. The flag is so confusing. But my point was this: Snuffleupagus. Did you know this? Fun fact.
Are you calling me Snuffleupagus?
No. Right. Fun fact, TM. It'll go in an arch, like the more you know.
Yeah.
Originally was an imaginary friend of the bird that's big.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they had to make it so everyone could see him, because initially it would be like he just left, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They made it so everybody could see him because they were worried that children. The takeaway would be that adults don't believe you.
Yes.
Weird.
And so they made Snuffleupagus a real thing on the show. So in case a kid was like, I was molested, people would believe them, right?
Yeah.
That is the most insane, like, origin concept,
Like,
Yeah.
for a children's Muppet.
Look, so the thing is, like, if Snuffleupagus was your molester, that's the.
No.
But I mean,
I
like,
think you got to watch a
that's
couple
the-
episodes.
That's the metaphor, right?
No.
Like, if, like, okay, so Big Bird is a kid,
Okay.
and he's like, I've gotten this guy's around,
Medium chick is what he was when he
right?
was,
And
when
people
he
are
was
like,
a kid.
yeah, right. I don't think so. And then, but like, if Big Bird was molested by Snuffleupagus, that's what kids would look at and think about.
I don't think so.
That's what you just
Maybe
said.
it's a horrifying thing where, like, the kid dissociates and sees their abuser as a big Muppet, but in reality it's just a creep.
Well, it's also very similar to Child's Play. This doll is alive. He's doing the bad things. Yeah.
I guess.
It is. It's the same exact thing.
Well, no, because
What are we talking about?
what I'm talking about is, like, he had an imaginary friend, and then eventually they said this can't be imaginary anymore.
Because people will think that kids are lying if they tell them stuff that they don't believe.
No. It wasn't about what adults
I know.
will take away from
it would
Sesame
be
Street.
what kids would think adults would think.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Andy in Child's Play is telling his mom, I swear to God, this doll is alive.
Yeah.
And his mom is like, yeah, right.
Oh my God.
That's Snuffleupagus.
That's the lesson.
That's why they had to make Chucky come alive in the movies.
yeah.
So if a
Otherwise,
child was, yeah.
You know what's crazy about that? That means if Chucky hadn't been possessed by the soul spirit of a serial killer,
Yeah.
but instead the soul spirit of a child molester, could have gotten away with it for years.
Yeah.
Multiple
if
kids.
it was Freddy Krueger instead of Charles Lee Ray.
Yeah.
And doing the
just
Ambala
doing-
Dumbala.
And you know what's
Give
so
me the power,
ironic
I beg
about
of
that? What's so ironic about that is if the child is molested by the Chucky doll,
Yeah.
then goes to therapy, and then the therapist holds up a doll and says, show me on this doll where the doll touched you.
Yeah.
That kid's going to have such a trauma response to that.
Yeah.
And it's a whole nightmare situation.
I'll say,
Because they'd be like, no, that's the doll that touched me.
Yeah.
What if they accidentally use that doll?
Yeah, and then he's winking
Yeah.
when nobody else is
And
looking.
he's pointing.
Like,
You hate this.
I do.
he touches the doll where the doll touched him, and you just hear the doll go,
I mean, also, like, Child's Play 2 starts with, like, I mean, the all the adults in the Child's
guy
Play
loves
series
Child's Play.
are terrible.
okay, yeah.
All of them are
course.
terrible, garbage
No, the
humans.
mom is a very good person.
She's very bad.
But you think she's a bad person?
She's a
Why?
VBM?
Yeah,
A very
doesn't-
bad mom?
She doesn't set up a boundary at work when her boss is like, you have to work late, and she's like,
Well, then you're a bad person.
it's my son's birthday.
You don't even have a son, and you're like, I'll come in. All right, let's.
Yes.
You are wearing a football shirt.
I
Oh,
am.
it's Michael Jordan.
'Tis the season for an NFL preview here at Funbearable. We all love football, and we want all of our Fun Bears to be ready for the season. So we're
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
very good.
Okay, I'll do one. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, wait, we're making them
Indiana
up? Or we
Jones?
No. What was that?
I was making it up.
I think it was Indiana Jones.
His was a real one.
Yeah.
Oh, mine was made up.
Are you ready for some podcast.
Yeah.
Is that one?
I have
Yeah.
a real sports question.
Sure.
You're wearing a Chicago Bears jersey with 23 on it.
That's correct.
Michael Jordan famously, maybe the most famous 23 in terms of sports.
Yep.
Well, there's also LeBron James, but he's from Chicago.
Yeah, he played for the Chicago Bulls, yeah.
So is there like a 23 Chicago thing?
No.
That's weird. Whose jersey is that?
Devin Hester, recently enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Of course, for all the things that Hester did.
Yep.
He.
What,
Oh
yeah, I was
no!
going to say, what are some
Wait,
of the things?
Hester the molester?
No! Hester the football player.
Talk about a tight end.
Hold on, I thought Hester was imaginary.
No.
Pass me the ball. Who?
I want to, yeah.
You don't like any of this.
I don't because I'm like, let's keep it tight. And you're like, let's talk about molestation. Let's start out that way.
I was trying to talk about Sesame Street.
Have you seen our podcast?
I have. I wanted to do something
We
different.
could all be dressed like swashbucklers and have an entire World War II conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's who we are.
Yep.
There could be a piñata hanging from the ceiling,
Yes.
and we only talk
Yeah,
about
but
non-piñata related things.
That wasn't a
Fell
great
apart.
metaphor.
Yeah, no.
We
Gumbo.
Only talk about non-pinata.
mostly the podcast is pinata based. So
Well, that's why, because you guys didn't like my idea for the title of the podcast, which was non-piñata. Because it sounds great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That sounds like either a delicious dish
Yep.
or a real fun friend you have. That's my friend Steve Non-Piñata.
yeah,
When I think when I got arrested for my enema, I pleaded non-pinata.
we just want to get the season started out right with a tight, quick, very fun NFL bonus episode
Tight end.
for Ray and Chuck. I'm Brad. We're very excited to talk to you about football today. We're going to make some predictions for the season. And I realized on the way here, I'm like, all right, I'm going to make Ray and Chuck. They don't really watch football. Ha, ha, ha. It's super funny to have them do predictions. But then I was like, well, I have to do predictions too.
Yeah.
What if you guys do way better than me?
Oh, we're probably going to do way better than you. Because you're going to do it out of hope. And we're going
Yes.
to do it out of cold,
Yeah,
hard facts.
I
It's
do,
like,
I do have some emotion involved.
I think
so.
it's like when poker players are brand new. A lot of times, a new poker player will do
yeah.
very well because they don't know when to fold.
Yes.
And so that's for sure me with football. I have no interest in football.
Right.
I'm annoyed living in a very football area of the country.
I think most of the
I think
area
most of the
is
country is
Most
pretty
of it,
funny,
yes.
yeah.
But New England with the Patriots and all the stuff.
over the past 5 years, oh yeah.
Yeah, and being a stand-up comedian who, when coming up, often had to hear with shows like, "Oh yeah, but the game is on."
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. And
I
I'm
thought
like,
coaches were going
"Ugh."
to be like coaches were trying to get me to play football.
Oh, in high school, yeah, that
bet.
was happening a lot, and I had no interest because I was raised by 3 women.
Yep.
When would football come into my life? It would have to be my mom in a comedy movie moment.
Yeah.
Sitting down, like dressing as a football, like dressed like you
Right.
with the
Eye black, yeah.
the eye black, yeah, and going, no, let's get into the game because
Yeah.
she read like, oh, he needs more masculine influences
Yeah.
from the doctor because that was my blood test.
Yes.
But yeah, so I don't know anything about it at all. You jokingly asked me a question on the phone when we were talking about doing this,
Yeah.
and I even got the wrong answer wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you said, I don't think I could name a football player.
Like
I
a
was
current playing football
I was
player.
like, this is gonna be a
I
great
named
episode.
Urlacher.
Yep. Also, he's not current. He's also in the Pro Football Hall of Fame for the things he did.
I know.
Also,
Bad stuff or good stuff?
well,
Wait, why would you be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame for bad stuff?
yeah. Well, O.J. Simpson's there.
I mean,
But he's not for bad stuff.
yeah,
it's
but
not.
also if you're going to be like, that's like saying there's no bad football players. There's no football players doing bad
No,
things.
no. I meant like you're not going to get into the Hall of Fame because you
No.
just did a bad thing. You probably did
Yeah.
a good football thing,
Yep. And then,
sports related,
If
and
you're
then
a good,
did bad stuff.
that's what that is the one firm thing I do know about football.
Good football, bad human.
Like if you are good at football, you can be a horrible person.
that's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
And
you
people
get away
are
with
like, I mean, he's really good.
it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a lot of chances if you're really good at football.
Yeah, a lot of Your Honor, watch me throw this ball.
Yep.
Someone did a great bit about Ray Rice, and they were like, "You realize that Ray Rice just did football at the wrong time?" And I'm like, "That's true."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, let's
We're
get
gonna
into
do
it.
some predictions.
I hope somebody clicked on this because they wanted the predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
and
t-
now we're here.
I took some of the most likely outcomes via the ESPN Bet app. And I'm like, I should probably make it clear to the audience, please do not take our advice and use it to bet and to gamble.
Now, here's what I want to say to make clear.
No, please don't.
Yeah.
Please take my advice. Use it to gamble.
No.
And if you lose, you're an idiot. Why'd you think about me? And then if you win, I'm owed. I'm owed something.
Please don't
Right?
gamble based on
Please
us.
gamble
And-
a lot, and especially in states where it's illegal to gamble.
Don't.
That's the
No.
most fun
Please,
way
no.
to gamble.
I-
And my take
Yes.
is that you should take the things that we say,
Yes.
gamble them,
Gamble.
know you're going to lose.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You are going to
because
lose.
what's more powerful than that's like walking into a casino and just throwing $1,000 on the roulette table, going, "I'm betting on blue."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
a
what this
big
is.
move. That's big
you know,
dick energy right there. Yeah,
That's crazy dick energy.
That is
CDE. Ooh, speaking of, very close to
CTE.
CTE.
Yeah. Betting on blue is the best way I could describe our NFL preview
Yeah,
bonus.
That's what Wesley Snipes said, I believe.
Yes.
Always bet on blue.
Always bet on blue.
Me and Brad were driving. I think we were in hour 9 of driving the day before yesterday, and we started having this insane conversation where he was giving me all the origins of all these different sports teams. This guy would
Yeah.
love these, the Steelers and the Packers. You know,
Ooh, that's an episode of the podcast, like a regular main feed up.
could-
Save it for that.
Yeah.
for
maybe
sure.
we'll save it for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Do you know why the Packers are called the Packers?
No, but I will find out when Brad tells me on that episode. Yep.
I know, too.
Yeah, you sit in it. You sit in it. You make it in your pants and then you sit in it.
We just have some things to predict.
Let Brad do his thing.
Yes.
Brad's going Brad.
Brad is
Bradley go.
Brad, yes. It's just a simple one-game prediction. Week 1, probably playing possibly right now as this episode is airing. Yep. The Bears are playing the Titans. The Chicago Bears are playing the Tennessee Titans. Who's going to win that game?
Why are they called the Titans?
Because
No, that's for the episode.
I know, but I want to know for the information about my choices.
they were the Houston Oilers. They moved to Tennessee. Which
Such a disgusting name.
Yeah.
Oilers.
I tell-
Ew, right? Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. And then you add Houston, which is already like, ugh,
Yeah.
I'll allow it, but watch yourself.
Yeah.
guys.
When you were in high school, did people do oil spill?
What?
What?
You know what oil spill is?
No.
No.
Oh man, maybe we should. This is a good fun thing to talk about.
Well, I
Maybe we
mean,
should
this is
save it for the Pro
this
Bowl.
is going to turn from like a fun mini to a full app.
Yeah, this really.
Hold on, I'm writing down oil spills, team origins, and I'm saying we're not going to talk about these topics because Brad has a thing.
I do have a thing.
Go, Brad. Sorry, audience.
Tennessee Titans, Nashville is sometimes considered by some, nicknamed by some as the Athens of the South, and so a
Oh.
connection to Greek mythology.
Even though
with the
there's an
Titans.
Athens, Georgia.
That's correct.
I like that though. That's cool.
Bears versus
I guess.
Bears versus the
Just
Titans.
a bunch of Southern people going, we're like, in a lot of ways, if you think about it,
We're-
like Greeks.
Yes.
We're like Greek gods.
Yep.
My brother Billy, he's like a Greek god.
Yeah, we're the only ones that do ambrosia.
Hey, Billy.
Y'all love some ambrosia.
Billy. Yeah. You know you're like a Greek god.
Come on out here with your big fucking hammer.
Yeah, I know. And he goes, see?
Yeah.
That's it.
Who's gonna win, the Bears or the Titans?
Look at his pecs.
Tell me.
Pecs.
Yeah.
He's wearing a bikini top.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right.
He's a beautiful man.
Who's going to win against the
Yeah.
Bears and the Tights? All right. So,
Oh, I know the answer to this. This is very easy.
yes.
It's whoever not the Bears.
I was going to
It's
say.
very easy because I know Brad,
Ray
Yeah.
says the Titans.
and I can tell your the level of you always do have like a pep in your step when the
Peppy
Bears
steps.
win.
Yeah,
That's what we
And
call
so
we
you-
call them Peppy Steps.
Yeah,
remember?
did call me
but
peppity
the
step.
issue is that you never have a pep in your
that's
step.
correct.
Oh,
It's-
that's right. He's never had a pep in his
Yeah.
step.
So,
generally
yeah.
That's why we
speaking,
never call him that.
I'm pretty pepless. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pep free.
Week 1, new
that's
season.
the way to be. I'm hep free and I'm pep free.
Have you guys seen that 2024 Seinfeld reunion? Pep free. Okay, I will say, should we just make blind guesses, or can Brad give us a little info?
I'm firm with what I just said.
That's fine.
And I think Father Time will be on my side.
Yeah.
Like in your life, or just for this?
Just for this.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
We are mortal enemies. We do not get along. Me and Father Time, fuck that guy.
Father Time and Mother Nature, man. They do not get along with Ray Harrington.
No, I'm fine with Mother Nature. We very much get along. The problem is the two of them don't get along.
Right.
You're in between.
And
You're
they-
in between.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to request a tiny bit of information.
Sure.
Without your Bears, bias.
Right.
Put your Bears bias away.
All right.
What are we thinking? Give me a little overview. Bears have a new quarterback this year that they're very excited for.
Bears have a new quarterback they're excited for.
He's a rookie, though.
Yep.
This guy's green as shit.
I mean, he started the last 3 years in college. The Titans have a second-year quarterback named Will Levis. He puts mayo in his coffee.
What?
That's
All
like,
right, Titans. Going
Thank
Titans.
you.
This guy's
Thank
a
you.
lunatic. I love
Mayo
that.
in the coffee?
Yeah, Titans.
That's almost as bad as Michael Vick.
And I'll go.
Mayo in the coffee. Jesus. Because the first thing I would hear is like, do you want mayo in your coffee or these two dogs to fight to the death? I'd be like, what'd the dogs do?
Let me see the dogs.
Yeah. Are they bad dogs?
Yeah, well, if it's two Yorkies, they're just having fun.
Did one of those dogs kill a child?
What if it's two Yorkies dressed as newsboys?
Oh, I want to see it.
I
Yeah.
don't even care if they're giving me a good coffee. I'd rather see the Yorks.
Yeah.
All right. I said the Bears.
Of course you did, Bradley.
The total. All right, another Bears question. The total wins. They play 17 games.
Grizzly, Kodiak, brown, black, polar.
Red, panda. Shit.
To-
Boo. Well, panda.
Oh, panda.
Red Bear.
Damn, got me on a technicality.
Total wins for the Bears.
That's a communist panda bear, by the way. A red panda.
set at 8.5. So, do you think the Bears will win?
What's an 8.5?
Right. The line for the Bears win. So if you think they'll win 9 or more games, you would take the over. If you think they'll win 8 or fewer games, you take the under.
Okay, so how many games overall?
17.
I'm going under.
I'm going under.
Okay.
This is, you know what, this is good though, because I don't need, right so far
Under.
I don't need to know football. I only need to know Brad.
Over.
Because Brad is a barometer of the Bears. He's a barometer.
He's a barometer.
Yes.
Oh no.
And so because I know Brad, I know them Bears don't do so well.
So this is the NFL preview brought to you by the Barometer, Brad Rohr.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which can also be the Funbearable barometer.
Oh, the Barometer.
When we raise money for that community center, we can have like the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The little temperature gauge thing. Yeah.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Ooh, the one that said the N-word. Very offensive.
Funky butt loving. Remember that in Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that the most offensive one?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
all right. Caleb Williams, quarterback for the Bears. Jaden Daniels, quarterback for the Commanders. Drake May, quarterback for the Patriots. Michael Penix Jr., quarterback for the Falcons. Or Bo Nix, quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
Well, I'm not going to pick the Patriots because Bill Belichick screwed my little buddy Tom Brady out of $1 billion.
Yeah.
He really needed it.
He needed it.
He needed it because
He's single.
If he had more money, he could kiss his child on the mouth and lips longer.
Yeah.
You know, but he has to break away and go, I got to go to work.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he goes,
never-
by the way, no one will believe you.
We never get to that place where it's just you and me and the world goes away.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
You knew this would be this way.
I did not. I really thought it would be tighter than this. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's, if
I
I
don't know
had
if
a
you've
nickel
met
for
us.
every time I said that.
I know. Again,
To be fair, we are
ever
engaging with the thing.
Yes.
I'm trying. I am. I don't even remember the names you said.
I was going to repeat them. Caleb
I
Williams.
don't want that.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
Caleb Williams for the Bears.
White.
Jaden Daniels.
Not.
For
better.
the Commanders. Drake May for the Patriots.
Drake.
Michael Penix Jr. for the Falcons. Bo Nix for the
I don't
Broncos.
like Bo Nix. I don't like that name.
Neither do
Bonix.
I. Bonix.
Hook on Bonix. That's phonics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ebonix.
Ebonics.
Yeah. This is taking a turn.
Yep.
Bonix.
Yep.
Bonix. Ooh, isn't there like a weed Bonix? Bubonics.
No, you're thinking of the plague.
Hydroponics.
Yes.
Hydroponics.
That's
yeah.
what you were thinking of?
Jesus Christ.
How
We
does
went
he
through a
feel
lot of
about
history.
water?
How does Bo Nix feel about water?
Yeah, yeah, hydroponics.
Yeah, he's a fan. He's a hydroponics.
I'm gonna go with. It sucks because here's what I think in my head. I'll give you the honest truth.
Yeah.
The straight poop. I'm like, oh, I've heard Caleb Williams more. I've heard of him more. But you know why? Because I talked to this guy.
Yeah.
So that's not helpful.
I'm going to go with the one named Michael.
Michael Penix Jr.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it sounds like because Michael sounds like a quarterback.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Jaden.
Jaden Daniels for Chuck,
Because you're a huge fan
Yeah.
of Jaden.
Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'll go with Caleb Williams from the Bears.
6 Degrees of Chuck Staten. Me.
All right.
Quinn, Practical Jokers. Sal Volcano. Jaden Smith.
Yep.
There you go.
Defensive Rookie of the Year, Leatu Latu for the Colts.
Did you just put a hex on me?
Yes, I did. Dallas Turner for the Vikings.
Porn star.
Byron Murphy II for the Seahawks. Terrion Arnold for the Lions and Quinyon Mitchell for the Eagles.
And what do we want them to? What are we saying they're going to do?
They're going to be the best rookie that plays on defense.
Are there other ones, or is it just those?
These are the top 5 rated ones according to ESPN Bet.
I'm going to say it's a wild card. None of the above.
Oh, all right.
Okay, wow. I didn't realize we were doing that.
Neither did I.
Okay, what are the...
But
what,
he said yes. I challenged
I'll
him.
give you a
He kinda-
chance. Yeah.
Give me the names again one more time.
Sure. Leatu Latu is an edge rusher, plays for
Oh,
the
that
Colts.
reminds me of the little guy with the camera in Mario Kart.
Lakatu.
Oh, see, I was thinking of Klaatu Verata Niktu, which is
all right.
from Army of Darkness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner.
Porn
I like
star.
that. That's good. Yeah.
Porn star.
Byron
that's
Murphy II, defensive tackle,
Dallas
plays for the
Turner.
Seahawks.
All of
All
these
right.
names sound like names that are in a novel that someone wrote, and it's their first novel, and it'll never get published. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Dallas Turner.
And that's when Dallas Turner entered the bar and started a fight with Byron
Murphy
Murphy
II.
the second.
Murphy the second. Okay.
And he's always talking about his dad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one of the cornerbacks, Terrion Arnold. Sure. All right. Next, offensive player of the year. This is usually like the best player that isn't a quarterback.
Okay.
So here are some options: Tyreek Hill, a receiver for the Dolphins.
Tyreek.
Christian McCaffrey, running back for the 49ers. C.D. Lamb play as a wide receiver for the Cowboys. Jamar Chase is a receiver for the Bengals. Justin Jefferson is a receiver for the Vikings. Saquon Barkley is a running back for the Eagles.
That's Charles's son.
I
That's Charles's son.
don't think that's true, but you know what? I don't have the
I
genetics
like
in front
the
of me.
Bengals. I like Walk Like an Egyptian.
Yeah. Which that could be offensive.
It is?
I don't know, but it
It's
could
it's,
be.
it's 2024. It probably
yeah,
is.
Yeah, it could be.
Walking like one or it's just singing the song?
I think just saying like an Egyptian,
Yeah.
and then like if you didn't do this thing with a dance, if it wasn't known,
Yeah.
if you said out loud, like in public, like, oh, that guy's walking like an Egyptian, you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
I got accused one time of saying I told the guy that he walked like a Jew. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember you being accused of it, but not actually being guilty of it.
I didn't say that. I would
Yeah.
never say that. How would that even?
No, I don't even want to play in that field.
Go ahead.
That field, it got closed. It got closed down.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
You're going to say Jamar Chase from the Bengals.
I'm going to say Charles Barkley's son.
Saquon Barkley for Ray. I'm going to say...
Because I can hear Charles Barkley going, Saquon,
Yep.
get down. Saquon, get down.
Hey man.
Hey, get down. Saquon.
I'll say Tyreek.
guys.
I'll say Tyreek Hill.
And I'm Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
yeah,
from
yeah.
Clerks,
Clerks
the animated.
cartoon,
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. I love that running joke.
Or the very funny Jimmy Kimmel doing all of those wonderful blackface sketches.
He did a lot of them.
I thought he did Charles Barkley.
Carl Malone.
Oh, it was Carl Malone.
Oh,
Shoot.
I just remember Shaq.
Defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons, edge rusher for the Cowboys.
Micah Parsons.
Yep.
Don't like him just based on the name.
Okay.
Micah Parsons.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself. Micah Parsons
Yep.
is like he's like in a colonial like village,
Oh.
and he's like a snarky little piece of shit, and he's like, my dad's the mayor. That's who that is.
Mayor Parsons, yeah.
Yeah, Mayor Parsons.
Carson Brown.
Yep.
He's gonna marry us.
TJ Watt.
That sounded like you just walked by.
Yeah.
An open window with a pie cooling on the sill. And you walk by. Parsons.
Parson Brown's going to
Gonna
marry us.
marry you. Who was that man?
Oh, that was Parson Brown. TJ Watt, edge rusher for the Steelers. Myles Garrett, edge rusher for the Browns. Max Crosby, edge rusher for the Raiders. I wrote down boss, but I meant Joey Bosa, edge rusher for the 49ers. Aiden Hutchinson, edge rusher for the Lions.
I don't even know what an edge rusher is.
So there's a line of 4 guys, and then like these 2 guys are the tackles, and then the ones on the edges rush the quarterback, and they get the most sacks.
All right.
Yep. Really,
I'm gonna say
Parson Brown.
no, I don't like him, so I don't want him to be.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want Micah Parsons to get it.
So-
Micah Parsons needs a comeuppance. I hope he gets very ill over the winter.
Wow. But recovers.
Not the real one. The
Yeah, yeah.
imaginary
Yeah,
colonial village.
Yeah, the
one.
snarky kid. Yeah.
Yeah. The one that's always throwing things at the people in the stocks.
Yep.
Is O.J. Simpson the worst football player in terms of like the stuff he did?
No. Well, maybe. Yeah. He's.
No,
No.
he killed two.
I mean, Ray Caruth did a murder.
Rockaroo.
Well, yeah, OJ has 2 under his belt.
Yeah.
Two stabbing.
That's fair, yeah.
I was gonna say, like, even if you shot.
Allegedly.
Wait, right.
Ray Caruth went to jail for murder.
What do you do?
He murdered his. I don't remember who it was. It was someone close to him.
Just one?
As far as I know, just one. Yeah. Yep.
You catch up.
So the names again: Micah Parsons, T.J. Watt, Miles Garrett,
Watt.
Max with 2 X's, Crosby, Joey Bosa,
sucks.
Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm going to say TJ Watt because it sounds like the most football name on that list.
give me
TJ Watt. TJ Watt with the sack.
Yep.
Max with a double X. That's who I'm picking.
All right, Crosby for Chuck.
I like how we just went with like what mouth sounds are.
I think Michael Vick is worse than O.J. Simpson.
I'm going to say none of the above.
Tell that to Ron Goldman.
Okay.
You can't
Call him up.
because he's dead.
Call him up. Only a couple more. MVP Josh Allen, quarterback for the Bills. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the
Mahomes
Chiefs.
is my choice.
Then Mahomes is also my choice because that name sounded familiar to me.
Okay.
I've heard it before.
He's
Who said
incredible. Mahomes is he was the
He's
younger,
Mahomey.
He's the much younger quarterback that went up against Brady in the Super Bowl, and
Ooh,
he's
much younger.
and he's also he's incredible.
Sassy. Yeah.
But the idea is basically that he just lost because he doesn't have as much experience.
I'm going to say Joe Burrow.
Really, over Mahomes?
Yep.
Joe Burrow?
Yeah, because I think people are going to be tired of Mahomes and they don't want to vote for him.
Oh, it's voting.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
all-
it was performance.
I thought, yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
well,
it
you
was
vote on their
based
performance. Yeah. It's not like
Vote on performance.
I'm not asking for like
about running yards and catching balls and going.
It's numbers. It's all numbers.
You're getting the numbers. You're getting the point.
Yep.
1 is lower than 10. That's science.
The idea of me and you turning on him.
Yeah,
He hates.
Would you agree with that? What I just said, though.
I was gonna say.
1 is lower than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
I would
science.
I would agree with that as well.
You're a denier.
Yes,
Well,
I-
You're a
I
number
am.
denier.
I am a
But
number
it is weird. Why would you have to vote on a thing that is so measured?
It's not
That's
like,
like
all right,
saying, like,
what,
all right,
what if
we're going to have a basketball game.
Yep.
Now, this team got more points, but we're going to vote on who
Yeah.
won.
well, all right, so if
Who has better vibes?
Oh, I know why. I was gonna
if
say-
Ray has 33 rebounds in your fictional basketball game and you have 15 points, who did better?
Me. You get 0 points?
Well, he has 33 rebounds.
Fuck his rebounds. I got the points.
All right.
Well, I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying it's not always going to come down to actual touchdowns. It's going to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
down
yeah.
to like yards that you
Right,
caught,
right.
that you ran, you
Right.
did this.
Those
did
are all
that.
numbers.
Those are numbers though. But the thing is, they're hard to put up against each other.
Sure,
in an
sure,
absolute
sure.
way.
Yeah. What about handsomeness? That's a part of it.
Yeah, a very big part of that.
Also,
Yeah.
I sensed the tone when you said your fictional basketball game.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a tone there. Friends
Tell
of
that to Ron Goldman.
friends of I would.
That's our new catchphrase. Yeah, go tell it to Ron Goldman. That's insane. A man is dead, and this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
This is not what we're doing. This is what Chuck is
This
doing.
is what you wanted.
Tell it to Ron Goldman.
Go tell it to Ron
I
Goldman.
hope we still say this in 25 years.
Yeah, I think we will.
I think Father Time's gonna beat me down within the next 25 years. Next 25
All right,
minutes.
what's the next one?
We have many friends on the pod who also enjoy the NFL. Craig.
And to that we say, get the help you need.
Craig, who,
Yeah.
who
The
might
NF
have
help.
might have edited this, loves the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Rupert loves the New York Jets.
Yep.
And Brian Bowden loves the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
True.
Who is the happiest at the end of the season? Rupert.
Not Rupert.
Bowden
Not Rupert. Yeah.
or
The Jets.
Craig.
The
Yeah.
Jets is not going to do what.
So Craig likes the Vikings.
That's correct, yes.
I'm going to go Vikesters.
Okay, you're going to say Craig.
I am going to say, for the sake of my friendship with Brian Bowden,
Uh-huh.
that it will be Brian Bowden is the happiest. The Dolphins will do well.
Yep.
And I think the Dolphins are going to surprise people because I seem to remember him having some surprise good days of football maybe in the last few years. I
Yeah,
don't
he had
know.
a couple.
Can I make a point and ask a
I don't
question?
know.
Or am I going to be...
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Are you gonna-
ask Ron Goldman?
So you know how like...
Please, Brad.
See, one of the things that's hard for me with sporting events.
Is all the attention's on those players.
No, it's like when I watch
You're
wrestling...
like, I'm going to get the wave going.
When I watch wrestling, they'll be like, someone's coming out next. 10, 9, 8. And then you're like, who is this? And it's like, tsh, and Stone Cold's back. And we're fucking jizzing on our popcorn. There's nothing like that in football. If they went to the Super Bowl, example, Dolphins,
Lundgren.
could they be like, and today's very special quarterback is...
Stone Cold?
What's his name? You know his name.
Stone Cold.
Dan Marino is back.
Oh yeah, Dan Marino.
Could they do that, or is that illegal?
It's illegal.
It's
Yeah.
not, it is in the rule book.
Yeah.
What is? No Dan Marinos?
Unfortunately, because a long time ago, when football was like pre-television, all that stuff,
When it was birthed?
there was one championship game. It wasn't the Super Bowl at the
Right,
time, but
no.
there was a championship game where they did say, and today's surprise quarterback, Charlie Chaplin, and he came out
Yeah.
and he made a fool of everyone.
Yeah.
He really did.
Yeah.
Really,
He made
really
a
did.
mockery of the game.
He did.
Yes.
No respect for it.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
This beautiful game of men and a ball.
I get it.
And mud. Men and mud in a
Pigskin.
ball.
And a pigskin.
Yes.
Yep.
We're slapping those pigskins around.
Slapping them around.
Yep.
That's what I did when I first moved to Staten Island. And I said, I thought you'd be tighter. Slapping those pigskins around.
Terrible.
So Dolphins
Dolphins.
all win.
I will also say Dolphins, but I'll say
Really?
I'll say
Educated guess?
I'll say Brian ends the happiest because he's probably stoned.
That's, you know what?
That's inappropriate.
Yeah. That's an off-color remark.
That's accurate. Is
Most
what it is.
offensive podcaster goes to, Brad Rohr.
Wow.
You know,
That's who I would have picked.
That's crazy, given everything that everybody does.
you know, 15 years in a row, I got to hold on to that award. Champion of the AFC. Who will be representing the AFC in the? I wrote down all the teams. Who will be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl? And this is
Best team.
right. Well, this is in descending orders of the best odds. The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bengals.
The Chiefs are the best?
God damn
Yeah,
it.
they have the best odds to win the AFC.
This is when I start to get so bored.
It's
No offense to you.
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
it's-
You're not football.
Yeah.
You
If
know
you
what I mean?
knew why they were called the Chiefs, you'd be enthralled, but I was banned from talking about
it's
it.
two
Well, we'll talk about it on another episode.
it's two questions like this and then just a simple
on our
Super
big
Bowl.
FIFA World Cup episode.
Oh man, I would. The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Bills, the Texans, the Jets, the
Oh, my.
Dolphins, the Browns, the
You
Chargers.
couldn't make them rhyme? I
the
was hoping they would
Jaguars.
rhyme with Bills.
I had to go in order of.
Couldn't you go in order of what rhymed?
Oh, interesting.
No, there's
so
no- there's no rhyme
numbers
with-
matter all of a sudden.
There's no rhyme with the Bills. There's no team that rhymes with them.
Okay.
All right.
The Gills.
any of the teams can give you chills.
Yeah, just put in a fourth line that rhymes with whatever team it was. The Bruins, the
I was-
Buzzers, the
I was
Buzzers,
go-
the
I was
Bills, the
gonna-
Buzzers, they gave me the chills.
I was gonna do fake names and like
yeah, that'd be funny.
throw in people who aren't play, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, why would I do that to my friends?
Well, also, it's not funny because we would never know.
Right. But the audience
Yeah.
would know if I'm like, hey, is
Some of the audience would
Some
know.
of the
is
audience.
Tommy Maddox going to win the MVP? And you're like, Tommy Maddox all the way. And I'm like, he hasn't played in years.
He retired before the end of the season. It's not even a fake
Got me.
name made up.
That
It's
feels like a
almost
prank
real.
where something happens and Brad's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it," and he's laughing and laughing,
Yeah.
and we're just like, "Okay."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It is interesting. I'm sorry that
That's
this
right.
is. I hope there is something in this that you are enjoying.
Well, what
There
what
is.
he's going to like is that he's going to pay attention to our choices, and he's going to come back to us at the end of the season, and he's
Yeah.
going to be like,
And rub it
I
in
can't
our
believe,
faces.
He's like, I can't believe Ray picked this. It's this reason, and this
Yeah.
guy actually won.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that Micah Parsons retired to like go be a reenactor
wedding.
Yeah, yeah.
of
Colonial.
colonial.
Yeah.
Colonial was
Yeah.
the word I couldn't think of.
He sounds like a fucking colonizer. That's what he sounds like. But I hope you're getting something on this. I feel like if we're in a relationship and we're a throuple,
Yep.
we're the Funbearable throuple,
Yep.
and Brad wants to do something in the bedroom that both of us are like, I mean, that's not my bag,
Right.
But
Right.
I care about your plays, yours, and happiness,
Right.
So I'm willing to try it, but I think our willingness, it wore away, and you can see the judgment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's all right.
I'm
No,
trying.
it's fun. It was. I think our job here was to be fun.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Brad is to be the football man.
Well, it's like if he was into like light choking in the bedroom, and he's doing the choke, and then we're going, yeah, you really got me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, we're doing the Job of the Hutt thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I don't like that I did it, and you're like Jabba the Hutt.
Job of the Hutt.
There we go.
All right, I feel better.
But I'm also wearing. You know what? You do it.
Ew, you're not
that-
making any noise. Ew,
I don't like
ew,
that.
I don't,
Who's
I don't
Who's
like
that-
the mouth
Who's
noise.
that little asshole that sits on his shoulder and giggles?
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb.
That's who you are.
Thank you.
He's giving Salacious Crumb.
Jabba, Crumb,
Why am I Job?
Solo.
What? You're Princess
How are
Leia
you
at the
Han
best.
Solo in that scene? He's not
I
even
didn't say
there.
Han Solo. I'm just rolling by myself.
I don't want to. No,
Grimordian
I
guards.
veto Jabba. I am not Jabba.
The Chiefs, the
No
Ravens,
Jabba. You Jabba.
the Bengals, the Bills, the Texans, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Browns, Chargers, Jaguars, Steelers, Colts, Raiders, Broncos, Titans, Patriots have the lowest odds of
Really?
any team in the AFC to make the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I'm going to say the Browns because to me, an outsider of football who doesn't know, and you will tell us at some point on a later episode, and I don't want any information on it
won't-
now
yeah.
because I like to live in my ignorance for this moment
Sure.
of this thing. The Browns sounds like there was a meeting where they had to give their name last. It was down to the last second,
Yep.
and they looked at each other, panicked, and went and looked around the room and went Browns.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting because it's all these things that are so funny. The reasons they have all these funny
Yeah.
names. Brad's like, yeah, that was back when they were the Cleveland Spiders, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Was there Cleveland Spiders?
It was
Until
a- it was-
1899.
It was a baseball team called the Cleveland Spiders.
That's
yeah.
amazing. Okay, we're definitely doing an episode on this.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or you know,
Who wants to root for the Spiders? There's literally one spider I'm cool with, and that's Spider-Man. That's it.
what about the water spout guy?
Oh, the one that kept going?
Yeah,
Just know when to let it go. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm gonna pick the third team. You said
All right. The third team I said, which
Good choice, good choice.
good strategy. The Bengals.
Again.
walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
Beep that, Craig.
I'm going to say the Ravens, even though by the time this episode is out, they may already have lost their first game. They're playing, we're recording this on Wednesday. Their first game, Thursday night, Chiefs versus the Ravens.
Wow.
And
And
there was a
originally,
pregame, no?
and they were called the Ravens because Edgar Allan Poe was their quarterback back in the day.
I mean, it's sort of true. They're a Baltimore-based team.
That's why.
Nevermore.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
NFC
Blue,
champ.
32, 4, nevermore.
3, Annabelle Lee. NFC champ, 49ers, Lions, Eagles, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, Rams, Bears, Seahawks, Buccaneers,
Packers.
Cardinals, Vikings, Saints, Commanders, Panthers, Giants.
Packers.
All right, you say the Packers because you don't care about my feelings.
Give me the top 4.
Why? What's wrong with the Packers?
He's vehemently against the Packers because it's Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is close to Chicago,
that's it,
and
there.
so therefore, by law in America, you have to be like, well, they don't like
I
you
thought maybe-
because you were born in a region sort of close by, but not the same one.
Honestly, it's not even being born in the region. It's being a fan of the team makes me dislike you. Take that, Chad Kafka,
I thought
Fun
that.
Bear.
But doesn't it make more sense that the further away a team is, the more of an enemy they are, and the closer they are, the more of a friend they are?
No, because it's close, so you have that
The rivalry. I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have more back and forth with them, like Warren and Barrington.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like that's
I
the
get
reason why a high school will be like, darn that high school right nearby.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I grew up in Bristol and Warren, Rhode Island, and my dad was young.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, there was such a rivalry that he got beat up in the bathroom at Bristol Newport Creamery because he's from Warren.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Well, to be
Yes.
fair, he was doing too long of a glance down.
He
Yeah.
walks like a. I'll tell you off the podcast.
The first 4.
Pyramid lovers.
Mummy lovers. Mummy lovers is funny.
The
He's a real mummy's boy.
the San Francisco 49ers, who were in the Super Bowl last year.
I didn't pick one.
I know. I'm reading the first 4.
Oh.
The Detroit Lions, who lost to the Niners the week before. Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys were the top
I'm gonna
4.
say with a sense of that weird geographical location connection. The Detroit Lions.
All right.
Because Detroit is due a win.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And my family was from Detroit for a while. They lived in Detroit for a good long while. They were one of those classic families that went out to Detroit during the car boom, right? And they worked out there and everything. And my grandmother was raised in Detroit, during like the race riots and all that fun stuff. Wow. And I'm happy to report, based on family stories, they were on the good side, which is equality.
Oh, good.
Which is good. Yeah, I just wanted to be clear about that. So I have an affinity for the Detroit teams. The Detroit Red Wings are my favorite NHL team because the Whalers don't exist anymore.
Right.
And so I would like to see them win.
Got it.
And I think it's fun that it goes in Detroit. It goes Tigers, Lions, Red Wings,
Yeah.
Pistons.
Oh yeah, that's a miss. Can I get? By the way, I do want to say one thing about this whole thing. Mm-hmm. I am not like a fuck sports guy or like a anti.
Oh, I love fuck sports. I am into fuck sports.
I bring up a new fuck sport for the bedroom, and you guys are like, well, all right.
Oh,
You're more of a fuck sports guy.
Yeah. It's funny because like I don't automatically just go like, oh, let's watch this. Let's watch a football game. Let's watch a basketball game. But if one of my friends or my family or whoever wants to do it, I'm always down. Like the Celtics were in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, oh, let's go to the new bar and war in Stingy Alley and let's watch all the playoff games. And I watched them and I had like a great time rooting for them.
Yeah.
And I like to learn about the players and learn about their stats.
Yeah.
It just feels like, and I don't know if you feel the same way, it's such a big wide world that you're like, no, I'm too late.
Almost like there's a show that was called The Wide World of Sports.
Yeah.
But there's just like, it's like there's too much to know.
Yeah.
And then you're like, let's say you were getting excited for a season and you're like 3 months, you're listening to the podcast and the radio and you're like, oh, I'm so excited. Then you're like, and he's injured in the first 5 seconds of the first game of the season. And so we'll see him next year.
I mean, that was Rupert last year.
And you're like, oh, what? That's it?
Rupert tore his ACL.
Yeah, Rupert tore his Achilles.
Yeah. But that kind of stuff. So it's like there's almost too much to really get super invested. It's too wide. But I'm happy to watch the Super Bowl. I'm happy to like if Brad wanted to watch the games on a Monday, I'd watch them.
Yeah, no, the learning curve is too steep.
Yeah.
That's why whenever I did try and engage with sports in general as a kid and be like, yeah, okay, football was the worst of it.
Yes.
Where I was just like, okay, what, who, and then
I know.
you're saying that, okay, it's important that guy was there because of what happened 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then like even just the rules
of football are
like,
more complicated,
what? And it's like, no, it's a third down. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Safety. At least like hockey, pretty direct.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So you could put on a hockey game, I'm going to enjoy it probably.
Yeah.
Basketball more recently because my son is super into basketball.
Oh, that's cool.
I have gotten more into it and understand a lot more of it.
I like basketball a lot. I played basketball like crazy in high school, and so I also have more of an affinity for that.
Yeah, I played basketball too. It was a lot of fun. Were I a thin, tall man,
yes,
I would have been on the basketball team.
Yeah.
But instead I was a fat, tall man. And so people were like, put him on the football team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I played for a minute.
Yeah.
And I hated it. And there was one day at a game where I heard the other team in the line go for his knees. And then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to forever be hobbled for a high school football game.
Dude,
are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh, it's crazy.
Because everybody knows the Trape Academy football team is like national. You know what I mean? Like it's no offense to the Trape Academy, but it is a weird thing. So I just didn't want to do that.
I agree.
Yeah, and my buddy played football in high school and was very good, but like broke a kid's neck when he tackled him. The kid lived, but that's insane.
Yeah.
I was talking to my wife about this. Like, thankfully, Finn shows no interest in football,
right?
Because I'm like, I don't want him in a sport at school where it's like, well, you could be the kid who gets your neck broken or breaks a kid's neck.
Yep.
I don't want him to like live with that idea. That's crazy. Anyway,
I completely agree.
yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
So we're getting him into dog fighting.
Yeah. But Yorkies dressed
Yeah.
as newsboys.
Cute dog fighting. Cute dog fighting. Holy shit, the pageantry.
Yeah.
They come out, it's very drag queen-esque. They've got a whole number. They come out, it's just attitude, and then they bite.
Yeah.
I said the 49ers. So, last one, your Super Bowl winner. You picked the AFC winner. You picked the NFC winner. Who's going to win the big game in February?
So now
Chuck,
if I pick one that wasn't one of my two that I picked.
you only have to pick one of the two. Chuck, Bengals or Packers, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Bengal Packer.
The Packers.
God damn it, get Bengal Packer in here.
Chuck says
Richard
Packers.
Bengal Packer.
And again, let me stress, Funbearable does not say that you should gamble on Chuck's
Gamble.
inside information here.
This episode brought to you by DraftKings.
Damn, yeah.
There's a lot of
We run it. I don't know. Something.
We do Draft Queens.
yeah.
Very different.
Browns or Lions. Who's winning the Super Bowl for Ray?
I mean, the audience.
Yes.
Yeah, the audience
That's true.
for
Yeah.
the Browns.
Who's doing the halftime show?
I'm gonna say.
I like to bet on that.
You know what? I'll go with Detroit just because it's Detroit, and I'll show some connection there.
I'll say that
They're due a win.
that the 49ers beat the Ravens. There we go. That concludes our NFL draft bonus episode that went twice as long as I hoped it would.
How long did it go?
Triple as long.
Oh, triple as long as I hoped it would.
Wait, so you're mad that we
No,
did more of a thing you wanted to do?
No.
This is just like the bedroom all over again.
Yeah, it's well, you guys weren't seriously being choked. So how am I supposed to
It
feel
took
any-
longer because we thought it was weird.
I was trapped in carbonite.
Yes. Wait, you didn't say Han Solo. You just said Solo.
He trapped a lot of people in carbonite.
He did
Oh
trap
my
him.
god! What if you're one of those people that's like really into that thing where they're like in latex of some kind, and then like a vacuum sucks them closed in there?
Oh, people! That's a porn thing. You do that to people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
They
like,
do
what
that.
if you were into that?
What?
People do that.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
do that to pizzas to keep them fresh.
Yeah, they get vacuum sealed.
like there'll be
Yeah.
people that'll be tied up. Like let's say it's a guy and he's like hog tied, kind of, and they'll put him in a vacuum thing. And they'll like
Yeah.
suck all the air out of it. Like,
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't get it. I
there's
really
a lot
don't
of
get
there's
it.
a lot of breath play
Huh?
in
Breath
pornography.
play?
Yeah, it's when you
Breath play?
wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up. That's like a thing. There's a lot of plays that people do.
Oh god! Now all I'm envisioning is Chuck with a snorkel on and going, "Are you ready?"
I'm in the thing. I'm in the airtight thing, and I have the snorkel out of
Yeah.
it, and I go tighter.
Oh, and then you just see jizz come out of the top of the snorkel.
Wait a minute.
There's one
What a
healthy,
way to end
There's
it.
one healthy sized snorkel and then one very small snorkel elsewhere.
Snorkel for my dick. Good joke, Brad.
Thank you. I'm sorry that it crossed the line.
I'm Brad Dick Snorkel Roar. What was your first name? What was the name we gave you in this? The Barometer.
Yes.
Yeah. Although I would absolutely pick like Andre Dick Snorkel for MVP.
I'll say
Burning them Dick Snorkel.
the
For what? Tattoo ideas?
the last Chicago Bears player to play without a helmet was named Dick Plasman. Like
All right.
plasma with an N at the end. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's as good as we can get.
Man, imagine being the last person to play football without a helmet.
Yeah.
Everybody else has a helmet. And you're like, loser.
Yes. What?
Go, 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 go.
There's
Come on, put a helmet on.
Nope. I'm a traditionalist. Nobody's going to get a helmet on this off-putting. Also, I tried one and it won't fit.
those of you who showed up for our extensive NFL analysis,
Yeah.
you're
Sorry,
welcome.
Sportos.
Yes.
Can we put some money on the table?
How much? I mean, I can put it on the table.
Okay, let's see.
I have $4. on
How
the
many
wall.
choices do we pick? 6, 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
We picked 11 things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's throw 1,000 on each.
That's like not even flipping a coin. It's just
No, it's way
like
worse.
if a coin had 11 sides.
It's flipping a 20-sided die and
Yeah.
trying to guess on what number it's going to
Yeah,
land
and
on.
you pick 22. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
what this feels
yeah,
like.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I'm fine putting some money down on like whoever gets the most correct.
You know what? The most.
You can't.
I'll say this.
You have insider information.
We should make like a fun thing though. It should be like a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
on the
to me,
line.
it's you have
Like a
to.
food.
You're buying pizza.
I'll buy a pizza. That's not bad.
I'll buy a pie. Yeah.
Great. There we go. Thank you all so much for joining us for this bonus episode. We hope that if you haven't checked us out before, that you'll check us out. We have 100-ish episodes.
We do this bullshit all the time.
Like if you liked this and you're a football fan, understand that it'll be this but without the football.
Yeah, there's not a lot of football.
Like 20% less of what we did today.
Yes.
But if you don't really love football but for some reason landed on this.
Yes.
The other ones are just as chaotic and strange. A lot of laughs.
Yeah. Stranger sometimes.
Yeah. And then sometimes you'll feel a real emotion there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And in a lot of ways, Funbearable is like a struggling team. Like it's a team where it's just like they came together, they haven't hit their stride yet, but you're rooting for them because you can see moments where you're like, they could be great. They could be great, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we're
If they
basically
could just
the
come
little
together
giants.
more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need a thing that makes us go, oh, we're a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now, we're more basketball in the 90s. We're not a team.
Yeah.
We're a series of stars, right? And
Oh.
it's like, oh, I'm the star player. You're the star
Rodman.
player. You're the star
Yeah,
player.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Michael Jordan.
Immediately,
Rodman.
you're like, Rodman. You went like this. You went, Rodman.
Honestly,
the
I'm,
wedding
ju-
dress
I'm
thing.
I'm just surprised that Chuck didn't say Michael Jordan because
He
like,
said it afterwards.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
I
like,
said
I'm Rodman and Jordan.
I was saying Rodman, Jordan, Pippen.
Yes.
Because those are Bulls.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the three of us.
That's fun.
Was there a
Pippen?
small one? Muggsy Bogues?
BJ Armstrong.
B.J. Armstrong was the smaller bull, but
Yeah.
Muggsy Bogues was the... But anyway, thank you all so much for sticking around. We really do appreciate it. For Ray Harrington and Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohr saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.
Now, we're going to do the same thing again,
Yes.
but with Irish hurling.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Think of lacrosse
my money's on dairy.
matched with soccer with a field hockey stick that's wider. And you can lift the ball up on the stick
Yep.
and kind of balance it there and run with it.
Yeah.
That's hurling. Who's going to win?
Hurley.
Good choice.
I'm going to say the Inisherin Banshees this year are going to take the title.
Oh, I should look up Irish hurling names because I bet they're phenomenal.
Oh,
Yeah, they are.
I'm certain.
Oh, man.
I wrote down Dick Snorkel, so we have that.
Okay, that's good.